It's the kind of thing that you never forget. Peek behind the curtain with Truettes.
G'day, Tuck Shoppers. I'm Sam Lowe's.
And I'm Rosie Burgess.
And this is Truettes, the podcast. This is Seas 4.
Seas 4,
Ep
1.
I missed you. It's been so long.
I know. It's been an inordinate amount of time.
It feels like it's been about 35 seconds since I last saw you.
It has been. You know what? I
Missed
think
you.
I tell you what the problem is. Being independent artists, it's really up to us what we do. So
hey, we've got our own podcast, and if we want to take a 4-year break, we will.
if we just want to go and jump on the trampoline, that's what we're going to do.
Yeah. So anyone who's been hanging out for this podcast, you're probably dead. If you've been waiting for the next season or episode, sorry.
Sorry indeed.
So here's episode 1 to you in the grave, listening, waiting. That was probably a dying breath. Last wish was,
Yes.
Oh, those tuck shop ladies.
If only
They'd done one more.
If only they'd shown some discipline.
And then,
Why can't they stick at anything? Those assholes.
oh my God. Anyway, we're here.
Oh, we're catching up with me this week.
What have you been doing this week, Rosanna Burgie?
Well, this week something magical happened to me.
Ooh.
Yeah. This week I actually I fulfilled one of your dreams.
Was it?
Yeah.
To sleep in past 12? I bet it wasn't.
No. Although we've just been over in Western Australia and one of the mornings you slept until 9 o'clock, which would have been 12 o'clock in Melbourne. So, boom.
Oh, you're such a... Oh, I
You go
don't like
sleeping.
how come you got the buttons? We didn't even talk about the...
We'll just have to swapsies.
Okay, every
Anyway,
week. I'm going to have the buttons next week if we do a podcast, that's for sure.
Well, it might be in 4 years' time when we do the next episode. But
And
yes,
buttons aren't around anymore.
you can have the buttons.
Okay, can I guess what it was?
Yes.
Can I just say, if you're saying it's fulfilling one of my
I
dreams.
fulfilled one of your dreams. Yes.
I don't have any dreams.
Yeah.
I think in season 2 that was uncovered.
That you have no dreams?
No, I don't have any dreams.
It's not like a in my sleep type of dream. So the dream that I fulfilled for you was you have always wished for a feather from a black cockatoo. And this week I managed to get you not 1, but 2 feathers from black cockatoos.
Did you?
I did. And remember that?
Look, I remember the feathers. I remember you coming home from coming back into the hotel room on a sweaty run. You'd gotten up really early, like 5:30 or maybe 4:30 even in the morns, and
was
went for
hard
your
to sleep. That
went for
time
your
changed.
19-kilometer run, and you came back with these sweaty, manky feathers. I just want to know, I love the gift. I love the thought. I love all of
They
it.
just got sweaty because I'd had to tuck them into my running vest. Otherwise, I would have had to hold them in my hand, which would have I would have been gagging the whole run, touching the feathers.
Yeah, but does sweat transform a cockatoo feather into just a brown bird?
No.
How do you know it was a
I'm
cockatoo
sure it's
feather?
come good.
It's not.
I'm sure it's come good now. And because birds sweat, so,
Yeah, but they were
assuming they
were
sweat.
just brown feathers.
No.
Yep.
They were so big that... Well, I like to think that this week I fulfilled one of your dreams.
It was a lovely gesture, and if there's anyone out there listening, listener Tiff, could you try and source a birdologist, ornithologist, I think maybe, a bird feather tester. I don't know what a squawkologist to figure out what these 2 manky brown feathers are actually.
I'll just quickly describe
DNA
them.
test.
They're large, almost the length of a forearm, and black, and they say cockatoo.
Is this a new section that we've just moved into
Anyway.
that's called Exaggerate This?
What about you? What's been happening for you this week?
Well, I actually fulfilled one of my own dreams, which was to be given the sweaty, manky feathers times two
Times 2.
of a unknown brown bird.
How's that? Not just 1, but 2. And I'll tell you, when I was running along and I saw the first one, I was like, shit, she's going to be so stoked, right?
Oh, and I was.
So stoked. And you were. And the second time I found one, I was like, I have just done relationship jackpot, right? 2 feathers. 2. And what was also really good was it gave me a chance to stop and take off my vest and put the feather in, which gave me a little bit of time to just create some distance between me and the woman who was running in front of me, because
Right.
that had become awkward because we were basically on a trail in the middle of nowhere and I was shadowing her maybe 100 meters behind.
Stalking.
And I did feel really awkward. I didn't like want to just like stop for nothing. So when I
Thank
saw
God
the
for
feathers,
the feathers.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
it was.
I think she probably put them there.
All right. So how about
It's not time to take a whiz. It's time for the relationship quiz.
Oh, this is one of my favourites, and God, I've missed it.
have you? What do you? So for people who don't know what we're about to do you want to explain what this
We
is?
do a relationship quiz that we found from extensive search. We go down to the library. We ask a lot of people. No, we look it up on the internet and we do a quiz. And
Yeah.
it tells us what kind of relationship we have.
Right.
The past ones, some of my favourites have been, when we discovered our
Spirit animals.
Spirit animals.
That's always going to be a top 10. And in fact, we recreated that quiz, didn't we, for our Patreon page?
Yep.
We did it again. And what was so wonderful about that, we
It
got
was-
the same answers.
It was so wonderful for you, Wolfie Wolferson.
Yeah. I
All right.
So this week we have a relationship quiz. I'm just getting mine a version up on the screen.
Oh,
This
I've actually need to get my phone.
Yeah, go get your phone.
Hold
I
on,
think it's
hold on.
just behind you on the bench there. The quiz that we have for this week is called Can We Guess How Long You've Been in a Relationship Based on How Lazy You Are? Now, what I really like about this is I think I would have got the same answer right at the beginning of
Yeah.
our relationship versus now.
For sure.
And
Do you reckon I've gotten lazier?
no, I don't think so. Like lazy is just not your thing at
It's
all.
not your thing either.
Well, no,
Why are we doing it?
it is a bit.
Oh,
I am like,
you need to just define lazy, because
how about can't be bothered?
George, oh my God, George was in the car today talking about you and about how we were saying that you would, on your tombstone, it would be written, here lies Rosie Burgess, she tried everything. And George went, but then it'd be in brackets, but didn't do anything that good. And I said, I just stick up for you. And I went, no, she's, oh my God, have you seen how she does her study and she does all of her degrees and stuff? If she gets 96%, she'll ring up the what is it, course lecturer and say where's the 4%?
I start with a concerned and earnest email inquiry. But yes,
Yeah.
no, but I do think he's right. In general, I do set a low bar for myself.
But I would never say lazy. Let's find out.
Okay, so I mean, the only reason that I would say lazy is because often you'll say to me, hey, why don't we, and I'll say no because I can't be bothered to do that thing, right?
Yeah.
And what we've realized is what you really need to say to me is, hey, I want us to do this thing and we're going to do it, and then I will click into place.
Yeah.
But if it's left to me, like, hey, why don't we help those people move house? No thanks. Hey, how about a gardening working bee? No thanks.
I reckon you would. I know how much you love your feet because of running right now, but you'd rather eat your feet than do a gardening bee.
Yeah,
A working bee.
I think physical chores really give me the shits. So anyway,
All right.
So here we go. This is the quiz.
I don't know how to get the quiz up. I don't know what's happened.
Okay.
Can you help me? Find my quiz while I look at you longingly. longingly, what have I done? I'm not so technical.
So, first question.
All right.
What are you doing for dinner tonight? Grabbing something on my way to the gym, checking out a new restaurant, going to one of my favorite restaurants, delivery, cooking an old favorite at home, trying a new recipe at home.
Okay, so is this every night or just dinner?
I think we're just going to go with tonight.
Tonight. We've eaten.
Yeah, so we cooked an old favorite at home tonight, right? Veggie sausages.
Yep. All right.
Veggie sausages with salad, pretty good.
And potato.
Do you want to do the next question?
Yeah, but where's it go?
It says pick an outfit to lounge around in, and what we've got is like a guy in jeans and a t-shirt, someone in boxer shorts with a hamburger, someone in like a very warm woolen jumper with a remote. I'm going to pick the girl in purple tracksuit pants because that's really my jam at the moment.
I'm slightly confused. Am I lounging around with this person or am I just lounging in the clothes they're wearing?
You're lounging in their clothes.
Okay, all right.
What do you choose?
Oh, see, I'm just going to say, it's hot right now. I like the lady with the remote because she looks really cozy and stuff, but I would be sweaty right now.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go with the one in the pink top stretching.
Okay, great. She's got like just a little tank top.
And she's got nice boobs. Okay, move on.
Yeah. All right, go on.
Elevator, escalator or stairs?
Escalator. I'm not stupid. Elevator, bad.
I'm going stairs.
You get closed in. Stairs,
Yep.
you have to use a lot of energy. Escalator,
You notice that doesn't say travelator. A travelator, what is that about?
yeah, but they don't go up.
What does Ellen say? I'm glad they're on there. I don't know how they get anywhere. All right, move on.
Pick a lazy animal.
Ooh.
There's a panda, a kitten.
Is there a sloth?
There's a sloth. I think that's a sloth.
I'm going that sloth thing. I love them so much.
I actually don't know the names of all these animals, but there's
Panda, sloth, cat, walrus, kangaroo, and dog. Okay. How do you
Walrus.
not know what a kangaroo and a dog was?
I didn't know what the walrus was or the sloth.
The cat?
But I'm going with a cat. What are you going with?
Sloth.
Okay.
They are the best.
Actually, the kangaroo's pretty cute. No, I'll go cat.
All right. Best place to sit down. I'd prefer to stand, bar stool, any chair will do, a park bench, an armchair, or a sofa. Aren't they the same?
Well,
Oh, no.
a sofa is like
Yep.
so far so good. I'm going with any chair will do. If I had to sit down,
Why would you choose a park bench? They're so uncomfortable. But then a park's there.
yeah, that's quite nice.
I like a park.
What would you? I mean, you sitting down is really important to you.
Yeah, I like
You
sitting
get
down.
shitty when we go places and there's no chair.
I'm going park bench
Okay, all right.
because the park will be there.
What lazy hack is best? A mason jar salad, using a lint roller as a Swiffer wipe. I have no idea what that means. Eating crumbled cookies when you run out of cereal. Using a cat as a duster. Drying your hair with the car heater while drying. Using a laptop as a heating pad for cramps. I've really just learned something that's awesome.
Ooh.
I'm going with using the cat as a duster because I do think that is an excellent hack, and I feel like I've done it with the dog on the floor before when I wanted to wipe up a little spill.
And you just turned her on her back and used her up.
I just rubbed her over the spill on the floor. What about you?
Oh, that's so good. I don't know. Using a lint roller as a Swiffer wipe doesn't make any sense.
Well, I think we don't know what a Swiffer wipe.
And I don't even know what a mason jar is.
It's just like one of those the jars that we drink out of.
Oh, those big ones.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go with the laptop because if I had a cramp, that'd be
Yeah.
good. Okay.
What do you look like in the morning? There's a kid putting her hands over her face. There's a alarm clock. There's a
No, there's a person with they're under the sheet turning the alarm clock off.
right. There's someone who's looking glorious as she stretches happily. Someone who's clearly been drinking too much and has a hangover. There's someone who's guzzling wake up coffee, and someone who looks like she's looking at the alarm going, "Fuck, I've made. What am I gonna do?"
I reckon I'm none of those, but I'll have to choose one.
I think I'm going to be the lady who looks happy about waking up.
I think I would too.
Great.
Oh,
You're allowed to be.
sorry.
We're both allowed to be. I think we like waking up in the morning. If we weren't waking up in the morning, there'd be a problem,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
It would be
Well,
sad.
there should just be a little square of it's just a coffin.
So, I got a result. Did you get a result?
How did you? Where?
It says, so can we guess how long you've been in a relationship based on how lazy you are? Mine says several months. It says your relationship is going strong and you guys are beginning to get pretty comfortable with each other a little longer and you'll be spending almost every lazy day together.
Oh.
Yeah. That's
So
good.
I hate to bring it down, but mine says not in a relationship. You haven't met the one in inverted commas yet.
Oh, shit.
This is really great news, though, because you have plenty of time to focus on the one person who really matters. You.
Oh.
Sorry.
Well, that is a shock.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I mean, do you know, it gives me a
awkward.
chance
It's
to.
just awkward.
It gives me a chance to woo you. Hey, Sam.
Yeah.
I feel kind of tired.
Me too.
Should we take a quick break?
Yes.
You could sponsor a child, you can sponsor a goat, you can spend all your cash on a fancy new boat, or you can join us on Patreon. Nothing really happens, but you get a free song every Sunday. Mostly every Sunday. Some Sundays might be another day.
We've got a new segment now.
What is that?
It's called Minterview. And we
Talk us through it.
We haven't done a sting for Minterview yet.
Let's write one now.
Minterview from me to you.
I'm interviewing me and
You.
you. Oh, that's you and you.
Minterview from me to you. Getting to know me. Minterview.
Walking through and through, talking through and through and through and through and through and through and through.
Minterview. Minterview sold separately.
Minterview, not to scale.
We'll work on that. What about if it's just Minterview?
Yeah, I like it. Ready, go?
Minterview. The best view of you.
Oh, that's
Do you like
good.
it? Okay, go.
Keep
One more
it.
time.
Keep it. Wish we recorded it.
Minterview. The best view of you.
Yeah, I liked it the first time.
Okay, didn't like it the second. We'll work on that. All right, Minterview.
Minterview.
It stands for mini interview.
All right, talk us through what we're going to do.
This is our chance to ask each other one very pertinent question
Burning.
to help our listener TIFs get to know us better.
Yeah, for the TIFs listening out there, I think seasons 1, 2, and 3, there was one TIF, and now we found that out there's 2.
Yeah, there's 2 TIFs. Actually, and we do know that Barbara and Ellen listen too. So we do have 4 listeners.
Yeah, and anyone else who happens to be listening, please get in contact with us on the socials and tell us that you're listening.
And then we can say for our listeners, Tiff, Barbara, Ellen, and insert your name here.
Yeah, that'd be great.
So mini interview. Did you want to go first?
Yeah, I'll ask you a pertinent question.
Okay, go.
If you could give your 15-year-old self one piece of advice,
Yeah.
what would it be?
Get out of the stussy clothes.
Are you baggy
Yeah.
stuss?
Yeah.
Baggy stuss?
Yeah.
Oh, see, the thing is...
Actually, can I give her a different piece of advice?
Oh, you're taking that back?
Yeah.
So you're back in the clothes?
I think she can keep the...
See, I saw a 15-year-old just have her clothes taken off her, and now she's putting them back on.
She's putting them back on.
Okay.
She can keep the clothes if she really, really needs to, but she has to get a new haircut.
Describe your haircut.
Oh, it was so bad. My 15-year-old self's
Describe
haircut.
colour
Okay.
and cut.
It was
And feeling.
plum purple with a straight across
Like
fringe.
old lady purple.
No, not like lavender purple, like a plum that you eat off the tree.
Yeah, that screams old lady to me.
Does it? Yeah. Okay, so it was really not good. And the fringe kind of hooked at the front.
Oh, buffy.
It was a bit
Buffy
of
hook.
a buffy hook fringe at the front. And it was very short.
So it was
all
almost
around.
like curled over.
Exactly. It was a curled over fringe.
And how short again?
And it was short all around, like super short. And this weird curled over the front fringe and this kind of plum purple color. So yeah, that would be my advice to
So
my
did you
15-year-old
dye
self.
that the whole time?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Look at your eyes going wide as you're saying, yes, I did.
Yes, I did.
And I have regrets.
Oh, shame. She was just so daggy. She
But
hasn't
in
really.
your Stussy, that was cute.
Well, the thing is that nobody else was in this clothing.
Yeah, you were right driving your own bus.
I was really driving my own bus, so everyone else just looked normal, like normal girls, and I was this weird purple-haired in my stuss. But do you know what? I'd saved up $400 for those clothes.
That's a lot of money back then.
Maybe it was $200. Can't remember, but it was
Just
like
exaggerate.
a whole summer job's worth of clothes.
$1,000 worth of clothes.
Yeah. So I worked for a whole summer at my dad's science research institute doing weird things. Got my $200 paycheck or $400, can't remember which. I think it could have been $400 for the whole summer. That sounds about right, doesn't it?
That's a lot. But did you have to wear a lab coat with your plum hair?
Yeah, lab coat. Yeah. And then I went to the Stussy shop and I bought this pair of blue checkered pants
I can see them.
and an oversized grey hoodie. And when I say oversized, I mean like an elephant could have fit in my oversized grey hoodie.
Are you you're sort of describing a little bit kind of what George wears now? Yeah. As a 15, almost 16-year-old now skater boy.
We're not dissimilar, he and I.
Well, you can wear the same clothes now.
Yeah. Okay, great. Thanks for the great question. I have one for you. Mm-hmm. Okay. So here's the question I have for you.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
What is your biggest fear?
Okay. Straight away, clowns came up.
Clowns.
But it's not.
It's not your biggest fear?
No, but it
you
is
are
my
actually
weirdest one.
afraid of them?
I think I just don't like them.
Right.
But when I was little, I kind of really was scared of them.
What don't you like about them?
I don't trust them.
Clowns?
Nah,
Yeah,
not at all.
it's fair.
It's that whole kind of makeup and around kids and
often
fakey,
they
that
have, like,
fake funny.
A double name, like the clown I knew was called Tim Tim. Why not just Tim? Why did it have to be Tim Tim? You know? And we all had to call him Tim Tim.
He's so close to like a really delicious chocolate biscuit too, and he's just one letter off.
Tim Tam. Yeah.
But I think that I've got a few fears.
Okay.
I don't like the dark so much.
Do you still not like the dark? Because you didn't like it as a child.
I have overcome it somewhat. But, you know, if I'm going to be really honest, my biggest fear is probably people not liking me.
Yeah, I can see that for you. And what's really great is
I've
that
got tissues.
everybody does like you because
There'd be some people who don't. Write in if you don't like me.
you are the person who, like, you go on a plane ride and you're best friends with the person sitting next to you by the end, and you go and stay at each other's houses. And
Actually, the lady that we sat next to yesterday, she was really fun, but she did explode her soda water all over my face.
yeah. Well, did you chuck your chip packet back in hers, or?
But we exchanged numbers, and you know we're going to go play pickleball on Monday.
You are the person that everybody wants to bring into their family, right?
Oh, that's so nice.
You are. Like, everybody loves you. And I know that because I know I don't create the same feeling in other people that you that you do.
I don't know.
And I
think you
admire
do.
watching you create that experience in
That's
people.
really nice of you, but I think you do for everybody except for George at the post office.
And others. This morning I had to make a phone call to the bank, and it's just those bureaucratic things that really get to me. And
People having to stick sticklers for the rules and don't want to move
and I was
slightly
asking,
for you.
You know, I was asking a question. He's like, well, you know, that will take 31 days, and it's possible that there'll be a $15 fee that you'll have to pay, but that will depend on whether or not you qualify for that. And I was like, well, do I qualify for that or not? And he's like, well, that will depend on. And then off comes this list. I'm like, can you just tell me? Like,
I can see the little steam coming out of your ears.
It was puffing out my ears like a fucking train. And so, but then this is how I deal with this at the end of the conversation. I apologized profusely.
That's nice.
Yeah, I said, but he didn't really pick it up. Yeah.
Didn't pick up the apology.
Not really. I said, I'm so sorry. I was grumpy at the beginning of the call. You know, it's a bit stressful sometimes having to call the bank and talk about these things. And, you know, I was getting a bit stressed because I didn't know really, you know, and he was like, can I do anything else for you?
Oh, Betty.
I was I said, fuck off, Daniel. Song of the week. We do a new song each song of the week. Always a new song.
Before we go on to the new song, can I just say it should be like segments should stay in segments, but I just have to bleed over just a tiny bit. So can you put yourself in Daniel's position?
He was so cheery. It was really giving me the shits.
But he hangs up after you've said, "Oh, I apologise," and he goes, "Can I help you with anything else?"
And I said,
"Okay." He hangs up, and what does he say to his coworker?
That girl was such a bitch.
Oh, well, you couldn't have been that bad.
I wasn't really. I just said to him, please don't tell me any information that doesn't pertain to me. Just tell me what I need to know. Like if I have to pay $15, just tell me you'll have to pay $15. But if the $15 doesn't pertain to me, just don't mention it.
Yeah,
because
it doesn't need to be mentioned.
I'm getting confused about what will happen and what won't happen.
Yeah, I find that in Bunnings, when I go into Bunnings, I've my long fuse that is normally just with everybody has shortened and shortened and shortened.
So the people at Bunnings wouldn't be inviting you over for a cup of tea?
They're a different breed. So I go in straight away and I say, do you know where the hex screw blah, blah, blahs are? And they look and they pause for a second and I went, it's okay if you don't know. I just want you to be honest. And they'll go, no, I don't. And I go, great, I'm moving on. And then I'll move on and say, thank you so much. You've saved us time. I don't want them to go, oh, I think we've got some in aisle 7 or 55.
I feel like...
Well, let me walk with you while we talk. And I'm like, I don't have time for you to go take me to 7, then 55. It's a funny thing you
don't want to be best friends with the people from Bunnings.
Well, I don't have time for that.
Why? You have time to like stand randomly outside on the street speaking to complete strangers constantly about whatever.
Maybe work. I don't have time for. I have to think about that for a bit. Anyway,
do you know what? I just particularly don't like it when someone's supposed to know something and they don't. Right?
Yes.
Like today with the bank, and I'm like, so, wanted to ask if like there was going to be a change to something if I changed my bank account, and he's like, yes, it possibly will be, in this very cheery voice. Yes, there possibly will be, and I said, well, could you be more definitive than that?
Less cheer, more definition.
Oh, yeah, would there be or would there not be? Oh, well, I'm not 100% sure. And I was like, well, how will I become sure if you can't be sure? Anyway.
So what bank was it? 100% sure.
All right, here we go. Song of the week. So let's talk about what this song is.
Okay, I'm excited to play this song. We set ourselves a task.
Yes.
Of writing for our Patreon people.
Yes.
A song, a personalised mini song for people who signed up.
Right.
And Rosie's great idea was, hey, let's do that. It'll only be, I said, well, that'll be a lot of work. And she said, no, only a couple of people sign up. We'll have to write 2 songs.
How lazy was I by the end?
Oh, my God. So ends up being something like, I don't know, was
20 people or something.
20 people.
Which was a surprise. We thought maybe only 2 or 3 people would take us up on this.
No, we didn't. You did. I was quite sure that there was quite a lot of work ahead.
Yeah, right.
Turned out it was really, really fun and quite a challenge.
Yes.
But in a really good way. And so this is actually the first one we wrote.
Yeah. So we wrote a song for each person, individualised and very mini. And this is the song that we wrote for Hannah. Right?
Well, we should give a bit of a rundown because, okay, so I'll just say that everybody gave us some background about them. Mm-hmm. And so Hannah is a musician and
she's got
she's got really nice hair. Yep.
And she's actually a friend of ours.
Yep. So we knew a bit more about her, but other people we didn't know gave us 3 things about themselves.
Yeah.
Anyway, so this is
the song about Hannah. 1, 2, 3.
Hannah is a palindrome. She's as good at going forwards as backward, you know. She's an excellent singer with lovely hair. If she was umpiring at tennis, you know she'd be fair. Hannah, we're saying your name forwards. Hannah, we're saying your name backwards. Hannah, 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 Hannah.
Is that forwards?
Hannah.
Is it backwards?
Hannah.
Can you tell which way we're saying it?
Hannah, Hannah, yeah. No no one compares. Nailed it!
Thanks so much for listening.
If you made it this far, you obviously have nothing else to do.
Truettes, the podcast, is sponsored by the amazing Patreons on our Patreon page. If you'd like to be one of them, please join us at www.patreon.com/tuckshopladies.
And if you like what you hear, please subscribe to us wherever you like to listen to your podcasts. You can also follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Tuck Shop Ladies are Sam Lowe's and Rosie Burgess. You can track us down for more tasty treats at, where can they find us?
Tuckshopladies.com.
tuckshopladies.com.